Yo, what's good? It's Mastermind MMA, and this video is going to be talking about the updated rankings. We're going to be talking about the aftermath of UFC 211, and we're going to dive right in this bitch. So, Stipe Miocic, fucking Stipe is top 5 pound for pound at this point. Does he deserve it? Let's talk about it. So, Stipe, after tying the most title defenses in heavyweight, he cracked the list. Now, let's see. He knocked down Cody Garbrandt a spot. He knocked Cody Garbrandt down, and Cody entered the pound for pound at number 5 after beating Dominic Cruz, who was ranked number 3 pound for pound. So that'd be kind of like the same thing if Tim Elliott beat Mighty Mouse. If he beat Mighty Mouse that night, he would have definitely came in at like top 3 pound for pound or top 2, some shit like that. Definitely top 5. So now that Stipe has that spot, he beat Fabricio Verdum, who is arguably the greatest heavyweight. Fabricio is arguably the greatest heavyweight in my opinion because he beat everyone else who they say is the greatest. He beat Kane. He beat fucking Fedor, and he has a lot of good names on his record. So, Stipe kind of killed the king, if you will. And I was rooting for Cavallo when they fought. And let's look at Stipe's record, man. And I'm gonna start talking about it right at Stefan Struve, because that's, he fought a few people he had 3 fights in the UFC before that, but who gives a fuck about those? And so he lost the Stefan Struve fight. After he lost that, he beat Roy Nelson in a decision, then Gonzaga, then Maldonado, then that war with JDS, which everyone said it could have went either way. Mark Hunt TKO in fucking the 5th round, and then Arlovsky TKO 1st round, Verdum knockout 1st round, Overeem knockout 1st round, JDS knockout 1st fucking round. So that's like 5 1st round finishes. Not 5, but 4 1st round finishes and 5 wins, 5 fight winning streak. And dude's on a roll. If he defends the title again, he cracked history. He's in the motherfucking history books. And good on you, mate. Then you fucking have... So, alright, back to does he deserve it or does he not deserve it? I'd say yeah. So, moving on. Frankie Edgar cracked the top 15 pound for pound, which is super fucking impressive, because the only time I've seen people be on the pound for pound list and they're not a champion is when they were the champion and they lost the belt. And then you see them gradually drop down till they're gone. And then if they re-enter it, it's usually because they won the belt. So for Frankie to re-enter the pound for pound listing and rankings at 15 without even fighting for the title right now in that fight, right after they update it, you know what I mean? So that's saying something about Frankie Edgar. And honestly, dude, like, when you truly look at it, that can't be more true, because Frankie Edgar is the definition of a pound for pound great fighter, because he's the only fighter that I know of that walks around, that fought and won the belt at the weight they walk around at their heaviest. Him and Dominic Cruz weigh the same walking around. Fucking Frankie not weighed in, but he weighed 157, cut 3 pounds, 2 pounds, and then he fought fucking gigantic people, man. Like when you think about it, like fucking Benson Henderson and all that shit, dude. Like that shit is that's crazy, man. And to think about it, he was a champion at 55, a fucking title challenger at 45. He's right there. He's at the top of the division. Who's gonna beat Frankie at 45? Which is a problem because if bruh, if Jose Aldo is still the champ after him and Max fight, that division is fucked. Not only, like, I'm saying it's fucked because you already had Conor win the belt, then vacate the belt. So we all know he slept Jose in 13 seconds. So that there's that issue with that. Then you have Frankie at the top of the division. That if nobody could beat Frankie, how are you gonna have contenders? You know what I mean? Frankie might just knock off all your contenders. So I mean, I think Frankie should wait, see what happens. If Jose's still the champ, man, it's gonna be hard to sell Holloway. I mean, not Holloway. Fucking Edgar Aldo 3. So I would say drop down to bantamweight and like try and get a top contender fight and then a title fight. If his goal is to get the belt. If his goal is just to be kind of like Cowboy and just fight great fights because he loves to fight, then do your thing, sir. And what else do we got going on? Fucking. Then you have light heavyweight with who gives a shit about what's going on there. And then, of course, Maya's the number one contender. I want to see Thompson Masvidal next. I'm sure they're lying. Like I mean, I'm sure they have been lining that shit up online. We saw that. Now, let's talk about what's gonna go down with the landscape of the heavyweight division now. Because who's Stipe gonna fight next? I feel like they gotta do Kane versus Francis to see who gets the next title shot. Not the next title shot, because you have Verdum and Overeem, and I believe whoever wins that is truly the next one. I think Verdum should have got the rematch already, but I might be biased because I like Verdum, but I feel like he kind of earned it with Travis and the fact that he was willing to face Kane and Kane pulled out. And what's kind of fucked up is that, like, Kane is actually in a good ass position to fight Stipe without doing anything, with being out. His last fight was fucking 200, which he looked really good at. But what else, man? Like, you got it's been slow as shit, not a lot going on. And you know, I think that if you get Ngannou and Kane, that'd be good, but you're at risk for killing off the only new blood in the division. You can't do Ngannou Lewis because they're your new stars in the fucking division. So you got to pair them up with people they could build names off of to eventually build up to them fighting each other once they both have bigger names. That's it, man. Like, I can't. It's shallow, man, because it's been the same people for a while. It's not shallow. I don't mean that. I just mean we've seen a lot of the matchups and they've fought each other a lot because it's been the same people. So I feel like there's new blood coming in, but it's gonna take time. It's gonna take a long time for that division to get rejuvenated. Welterweight, man. You got Damian Maia literally securing a spot like how he secures the back as a contender. Will he get the shot? We'll see. He really should. But you never know, man. Tyron might just get that GSP fight or Nick Diaz fight, but I'm pretty sure he's training for Maia. So respect to Tyron for actually taking a top contender, because he really could be posturing for that GSP fight right now. Especially, I don't think he even signed a contract for anyone. So yeah, man, that's about it for right now. You already know it's Mastermind MMA. It's been slow as a mofo, and if there's more shit to talk about, man, you know we gonna be up in this bitch doing the damn thing. Peace.